Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing What If Deku Was Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. So, let's get into it. So, when Deku was... Excuse me. Okay. So, when Deku was born, he's normal to a fact. Yeah, he's pretty normal. He's basically Canon Deku. Now, let's say around the age of 4. Inko takes him to the quirk doctor to see what his quirk is. And the doctor comes back with the results, and Deku's quirk name is called Deal with the Devil. And it's just the name that I came up with, and it's the best thing I could describe for this. Basically, the description, he has so many things he can do that I can't even list them all. Because, well, the main part of the quirk is deal making. Basically, he can make any deal that a person wants. He can make any deal. Like, say, if he makes a deal that this person will be rich, but the person that he makes the deal with has to pay back exactly what he owes him. And that could be their soul, that could be their house, that could be the thing that they got from the deal in the first place. Basically, you always gotta pay your debt to him. Or then collection mode is what I'm gonna call it, turns on. Well, base form of this quirk is the deal part, but he also has he can also morph reality, telekinesis, body possession, astral projection. It's he has so many things he can do. I can't even list them all. So let's get to the story. Deku's growing up. He's kind of a weirdo. I don't want anyone to take offense to that, but he is kind of a weirdo. And when people would call him a villain because he's doing crazy stuff, he's like, I'm not a villain, I'm just a weirdo. And then all fateful day. Oh, Deku is not bullied, and even if when they try, when people try to bully him, Deku scares him away because telekinesis, reality morphing. He can warp reality itself. I'm pretty sure he's good. And let's say he has made a few deals, but they were like very small ones. Nothing big, nothing too big. But last day in middle school, teacher comes in with the papers. So class, what do you kids want to be when you grow up, graduate, basically? Then he throws the papers up. We all know that you guys want to be heroes. And then goes through the list. Looks like 2 people are gonna try out for UA. And then Baku goes like 2, questioning, not really, a little aggressive, a little questioning in his voice. And then teacher reads off the list. And he's like, Bakugo Katsuki and Izuku Midoriya. And not many people get aggressive to Deku, because Deku kind of gives him that look. It's like, if you mess with me, I'm gonna fold you. And then I'm gonna... he like gives everyone that look. Like, he gives them that look that like, you mess with me, I'm gonna mess with you. And I'm pretty sure... yeah, basically that look. Basically scaring everyone in the class. Because Deku's not a person to be messed with. He's got that cheerful, weird kind of personality. But he like shifts into like a serious, a little aggressive version is what I'm gonna call it of himself. So let's say Deku, after school, Deku walks to the tunnel, and then the sludge tries to jump him. And then let's say the sludge villain's like on him. Deku teleports out of him, and then he snaps his finger. He snaps his finger, and his school uniform turns into black pants with a suit, tie, black jacket, and then he has a top hat right up here, but it's like a levitating. Basically, what he's wearing in the picture. And he's like, no need to be brash. Let's make a deal. And then his eyes start to glow, and then the sludge villain's like, what kind of deal? It's like anything. So what do you want? He's like, I need to get out of this city, out of the city undetected. And then Deku's like, He kind of rubs his chin, strokes his chin. He's like, okay. He's like, okay, but if I'm gonna do this, you're gonna have to give me something in return. And then Sledge Villain's like, what's that? And then Deku's like, his voice gets echoey. He's like, your soul. And then the Sledge Villain's like, what? And then like the Sledge Villain, not knowing what Deku can do, shakes his hand. And the sludge villain. No. Let's say that doesn't happen. The deal thing doesn't happen. Let's say he just kind of balls him up with his telekinesis, and then puts him in a bottle, and then he writes a note, puts the tag on the bottle, and puts it on the ground, and then teleports home. And then All Might shows up. He's like, what? He's like, what happened here? And then he sees the bottle with the sludge villain in it, and he grabs it, and then he reads the tag. For whoever finds this. It's basically a tag saying that here's the sludge villain, All Might. And then All Might's like, how did this person know that I would come get this thing, this villain? And then on the bottom it says signed Zuku Midoriya, because I don't really have a hero name for him, or a vigilante name, whatever you want to. Yeah, I don't really have a name for him. Then All Might's like, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that name. And then 10 months of training. Deku doesn't really do much training, to be honest. He doesn't. And then entrance exam. Written exam. Deku aces first place. First place. Written exam done. Let's say. Let's do the physical exam or robots. You know how this goes. Deku's walking up to the gate. He's got like a hoodie and a buttoned out, and basically got a hoodie and a t-shirt, and he's walking up to the gate. And he's like walking up to the gate, and then he gets like tapped on the shoulder, and then he turns around to Ida standing behind him with his arms crossed. He's like, so, trying to disturb other participants. Oh, and Deku didn't trip when he walked up to UA, so he hasn't met Uraraka. And back to the scene at hand, Ida's like, so, trying to, what's the word I'm gonna use? Distract other participants. And then Deku's like, what are you talking about, man? And then Ida's like, you were going to go talk to that girl over there. And if you're seeing a pattern with all these scenes from all my series, it's because I don't want to do any characters or something different. it works, I stick with it. Points over to a girl near the front of the gate. Brown, short, brown hair. And then, and Deku's like, "What are you talking about?" And then he's like, "Sorry, man." And then Deku's like, "Yeah." And then he walks away. Ida's like, "What is with that dude?" And then exam starts. Press max. 3, 2, 1. Start. Gates open. Boom. Deku teleports on top of one of the buildings and uses his telekinesis to basically crush all the robots in a wide area into a big ball and throws that at more robots. Boom. Then the 0 pointer comes out. Deku's like on top of a building. He sees it, and then he hears Uraraka scream for help, and he's like, ugh. He's like, why not? Then he teleports down there, and picks up Uraraka and stops the 0 pointer with his telekinesis. With one arm out, he stops the entire thing, and then he pushes the thing back, and this thing falls into its back. Deku. Deku puts Uraraka down and teleports home once the buzzer rings for the end of the exam. Then, can I fit it in? I might be able to. First day UA. Deku walks into class, and some people are looking at him weird, but not really. He kind of just walks to his seat and watches the fight between Bakugo and Ida. He's like, interesting. And everyone was too loud. Aizawa sits up, tells them all to shut up. Then tells them about the physical test. And then everyone starts complaining about orientation. And Aizawa's quirk assessment test. Basically, Aizawa throws Deku the ball. Deku he throws the ball. He uses telekinesis to propel it. Aizawa reads the meter infinity, because I feel like giving him infinity. And Deku got first place in the entire exam. And let's say before the heroes versus villain thing, test from All Might. Before that, I'm gonna put a little filler in here. There's gonna be a lot of filler with this series, so this is another normal day. And Deku's starting to getting to know people, and let's say he does make a deal with someone. No. Let's say Deku is called up to, Nezu calls up Deku to his office to ask him about his quirk, and Deku is like. So he walks into Nezu's office and he's like, "So you wanted to speak with me, Principal Nezu?" And Nezu's like, "Yes. So what is your quirk?" And that's where I'm gonna leave this part off, guys. A little bit of a cliffhanger. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace.